Because all this freaking propaganda that's out here and all these people lying. You a damn lie. Everything that glitters ain't gold, y'all. Everybody out here talking this abstinence and celibacy. All I'm saying is only 3%.
Hey, welcome. It's Abby Dabby. You are back. I'm so grateful and hope your week is going well. Rebecca Lynn Pope has been receiving heavy criticisms, backlash for actually coming forward, being quote unquote authentic, and stating the number one reason why she married her husband, Carrie Pope. Both being ordained ministers is what I feel is causing all of the uproar, particularly with Rebecca Lynn Pope being infamous for coaching on divine femininity, up leveling the lives of women, and her husband doing the inverse for men and coaching men. At this point, I will just let Rebecca Lynn Pope express herself as she does best. Listen up.
I was driving over here to my hair appointment this morning, and I had the craziest thought. I thought about the reasons why I married Carrie, and just like my brutal honesty about why I married my husband. And so this video needs to come with a warning because this is my girl talk, keep it real. I'm going to talk to my girlfriends as I would if you were my real girlfriends, okay? So being 100% transparent about why I married my husband, okay? So I just need y'all to kind of buckle up a little bit because I'm just going to give it to you raw and real. It's not going to be all deep and it's not going to be all super spiritual, right? Hear me out on this, and you guys, I already know you're going to have pushback, but here you go. Great sex. Great sex. Great sex. The best sex ever. You need to marry the person. Y'all going to be like, well, Rebecca, how'd you know? Because we had sex before we got married. That's how we knew. I already have shared this in other videos. We didn't wait. The sex needs to be great. The sex needs to be bomb. And anybody who tells you differently is lying because sex is such a huge major component of a healthy, wonderful relationship. The sex needs to be bomb. Take it how you want, but that's just reality. I'm giving you my unfiltered thoughts this morning. Great sex.
All right, so this is just part one. In a moment, we're going to continue with part two so we can bring it all together. So much for being frank, candid, right, with the persons who follow Rebecca and perhaps new viewers as well to her channel who are really taken back by her honesty, which led Rebecca to have to go and defend herself, switching around the perspective for everyone to calm down and let her finish. Here's Rebecca's explanation. Some may refer to it as her defense as to why she made the video and why she is not guilty nor apologizing for her choices prior to her marriage nor currently. Here we go.
So, I posted my video the other day about my reasons for why I married my husband, and all the judgmental Judies and religious readers came out the woodwork when I said great sex was at the top of my list for why I married my husband. That was just a whole no-no. And I forgot that most people are not living in the reality of the real world, and most people are not honest and real and transparent. Just coming on really quickly before I go in and get my workout in to remind everyone that only 3%, and that is being generous. population waits to have sex until marriage. What does that mean? 97% of people have sex prior to saying I do. So even when you're in the relationship with someone you end up marrying, they're having sex. And sometimes in this whole YouTube universe, the Christian propaganda is so easily distributed, and these leaders lie to you, talking about they didn't even kiss before they got married. Or if they did, I have questions. Because if 97% of people are having sex prior to marriage, and let's just say you fall into that very small percentage of people who wait. First of all the people who are saying or acting like they waited are lying. Because even the research says that 3% is being generous. Generous. I've said this in other videos. Y'all ain't abstaining. Stop lying. Stop acting like you're abstaining when only less than 3% of y'all ain't knocking boots. You should want to jump each other's bones. That's part of a healthy relationship. Wait, it's supposed to be. You don't want a relationship and the love to be there. No, it's the chemistry. And reality is so rare that it's literally like you can come on here and be honest. You're going to get attacked for being in a loving relationship, falling in love with someone, and being so in love that as hard as you try to not have sex, the chemistry and love, do you think you just wait till you say I do for the chemistry and the love to be there? No, it's the chemistry and love that has you limping across the finish line to get married. And that's the way it's supposed to be. You don't want a relationship that doesn't have chemistry. You should want to jump each other's bones. That's part of a healthy relationship. And I know everyone, I'm abstaining, I'm abstinent, Rebecca, I'm celibate. Where's the messages for everyone who's abstinent, celibate? I've done videos about sexual compatibility. I've talked about it. You don't have to have sex to know if there's chemistry. You don't have to have sex to know if you guys are compatible. You don't. But the truth is, for everyone jumping up and down talking about, Rebecca, you're a woman of God. You're not encouraging abstinence. You're not encouraging celibacy. I'm keeping it 100. 97% of you guys watching my videos are not abstaining, or if you are abstaining right now, you're probably not going to abstain when you meet somebody special. Only 3% of y'all watching my videos on the YouTubes is gonna abstain from sex. So who's my audience? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? I'm talking to 97% of the people watching my videos, giving you real talk, real life advice and lessons, because y'all ain't abstaining anyway. You're not. And if you are, just recognize that you are in a very small percentage of the population, very small, very exclusive, tiny, 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 small percentage of the population. And that means, ladies, guess what? You're the ones having to hold that standard. I've talked about this before, because it ain't the man. You meeting a man who don't want to kiss you, ain't trying to knock boots with you before you get married, I'm telling you right now, that is like 0.01% of the male population. So guess what? A lot of you Christians, people don't even want to know your Jesus. They don't even want no part of your God, which is why Christianity is falling off. And then we've got leadership that's not honest and sitting in the pulpit condemning people from the pulpit for drinking, swearing, and sex, when they're doing the same exact things currently, not used to, right now. But so you want to put people who are lying on a pedestal because they acting like they didn't even kiss before they got married. So they'll sit in videos and teach you purity principles when that's not what they lived or what they did. They just lie. They're banging you over the head, keeping you in condemnation and guilt, codependency and control. They're acting like they've got all their ish together until now, 2022 modern times, why Christianity falling off the way it is, because now there's cameras everywhere and social media is outing these people. People ain't holding the secrets no more. You're drinking, sexing, drugging, cheating, lying, stealing, and they get outed. And then the followers, the sheep, the people who have literally put all their faith in these men and women of God are now distraught and disappointed and hurting because this leadership has not even had the awareness and audacity to be honest with themselves and get help and go to therapy and work on themselves. But instead, you would rather them sit up in videos and lie and act like they never had sex before they got married. Act like they've never fallen. And the only perfect entity in all of this is God. All of us are human. There was a woman on my last video said, "Oh, your marriage ain't gonna last. You're not in covenant. That's your third marriage. It's gonna fail too. You're leading people wrong." Sitting up on YouTube cursing my marriage, speaking as a Christian, miserable, cursing my marriage because we didn't wait to have sex until we had sex before we got married, cursing my marriage, cursing me and Carrie because I was honest about saying, guys, we stumbled. We listen, we limped our way to the finish line. I literally had to get to the point with Lynn Pope that I couldn't even be around him before we got married. That's how crazy our chemistry is. That's how much we love each other. That's how great our sex is. That's how much we just are so connected like fireworks. Last couple months before we got married, I was like, I can't even see you. I can't even come around you. We can't keep our hands off each other. We keep messing up. Then we feeling bad. Just keep on it. Oh, God. No. I ain't coming over there. You ain't coming over here. We gonna have to just not see each other. Carrie, I feel like we're roommates. I feel like we're just friends. I feel like we're not even getting married. I feel he just because we were so in love. So in love. So attracted to each other. He'll walk in the room even now. We've been married almost 7 years come December. He'll come around the corner and walk in the room and I'm like, woo! I still look at Carrie Pope. Oh, snap. Snap. Oh. Smart Cookie says, Rebecca, God has rules for a reason. We shouldn't encourage people to sin because we did. I'm not encouraging anyone to sin. I'm not encouraging anyone to have premarital sex. I'm simply stating the facts that only 3% of people are following the rules. Only 3% of people are doing it that way. That's what I'm saying, Smart Cookie. So when you are listening to people preaching this stuff and hitting you over the head with stuff, you got to stop and question before you're condemning yourself, beating yourself up. You got to stop and question, wait a minute, are you practicing what you preach? What you got going on right now? What you up to? Stop putting people on a pedestal. Stop thinking that people have to be perfect to speak into your life. Stop thinking that people have to be perfect to be anointed. Stop thinking that people have to be perfect to help you in your journey. People are human. Stop thinking you have to be perfect to be blessed. Stop thinking you have to get it all right to fall in love. Stop thinking you have to be a drop dead gorgeous dime snatch with plastic surgery for somebody to love you. You stop thinking that you have to be freaking perfect to be worthy to live a great life and to live abundantly. For God to bless you, you don't have to be perfect. You have to love yourself and accept the grace of God and the infutable, limitless love of God. That at all times you are loved and nothing can separate you from the love of God. And you come across these messages and then look at so many of the pastors who are now having to turn the corner and change the tone of their messages. Go more towards coaching. Go more towards grace. More towards love, because they've been preaching sin and shame and condemnation for so many years. And they got to realize the signs of the times. People ain't here for it anymore. How about we serve a limitless, loving God? And that God is love. Love. And you fall down and you get back up, and you fall down and you get back up. You fall down and you get back up. I tell people every day, all the time, I'm here for all the people who got it wrong before they got it right. If you some religious Rita, judgmental Judy, my channel is not for you. And I know that YouTube be promoting my videos, and all these people who don't know me and have never followed me are seeing my content, and then they feel some type of way, or she's a pastor, or she's a woman of God, she's, how dare she talk about sex? How dare? I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Because I've been out here in the streets. I tell you not to have sex because it's wise. Because women get emotionally abused, creating intimacy and physical intimacy and letting a man be all up inside of you, putting miles on your vagina before you got a ring on your finger. It's not wise. Why is it not wise? You get emotionally attached to these Negroes. You catch him feelings and he just wanted some vagina. That's why I say what I say. Abstain because it's wisdom. Abstain because God will protect you from attaching. You need to be able to use your discernment. You need to be able to look at people for who they really are and see through the smoke and mirrors and the lies and all the misrepresentation. That's why you need to abstain. That's why you ain't meant to be laying down with people and getting up with all these demons and lies and being misled. And then your heart's broken, and now you're becoming angry and bitter because you done laid down with these pigs, these sly dogs and lying. Women are not emotionally sophisticated enough to have sex without getting emotionally connected and entangled with people. It's not how we're built. I don't care who you talk to. We're not built that way. You can lay down with a whole slut and you'll be trying to make him into your man and trying to tell yourself that he's got potential, a whole loser. A whole loser. And you'll be trying to make him into your man and potential husband, that he's marriage material because you done caught feelings. Because these little miserable Marys up in these comments of these videos, and I just be thinking, if you only knew about these people that you would love to put on a pedestal. Do you know how many Christian women and Christian female pastors are married to homosexual men? And they selling you these pipe dreams. We didn't even kiss before we got married. Yeah, because he's gay. He didn't want to kiss you. He didn't want to sleep with you. He wasn't struggling to keep his hands off you. He gay. See, this is the kind of stuff nobody wants to talk about because they're selling the pipe dreams. They're making money off selling you BS. Ladies, I'm telling you right now, if any man's dating you and you feel like it's real easy for him to not touch you, real easy for him to not want to kiss you, if you ain't trying to push him off you like, no, baby, we gotta wait. No, baby, no. If it ain't like that, he ain't into you. And I'm telling you, ladies, if the energy isn't like that, something's off. Because that's the energy when a man wants to marry you. That's the energy when a man is in love with you. Men who are in love with you can barely stop thinking about you, dreaming about you, imagining you naked, wanting to be with you. I'm waiting because I love her. But it does not mean that that man ain't a man. And he ain't dreaming about knocking boots, dreaming about you being up in the kitchen with your boy shorts on cooking eggs, dreaming about babies and dinner and food and sex. That's why he wants to marry you. Because all this freaking propaganda that's out here and all these people lying. You a damn lie. Everything that glitters ain't gold, y'all. Everybody out here talking this ish, abstinence and celibacy. All I'm saying is only 3%. I still got married. Oh, thank you, God. I still got married. Still in love. Living my best life with a blessed marriage. A man who loves me and supports me. Who I love and support. Who's become my purpose partner, my best friend, my life partner. If you want to be part of the 3%, be part of the 3% and make up your mind to do that. But just don't believe all this BS you read out here like it's supposed to be easy. That's not going to be easy. It's going to be maybe the hardest thing you've ever had to do when you fall in love with someone, which is why it's only 3%. It's easy when you don't like nobody. It's easy when you ain't got nobody pressed up on you, loving you, treating you like a queen, blessing you, treating you, spoiling you, loving you, talking into your ear, baby, praying over you, hugging you. It's real easy to abstain, which is why only 3% do it. Because when you meet somebody, that's when it's hard. That's when it gets real tempting. That's when it's going to be tested. It ain't when you home alone and you ain't even dating nobody. It's easy to sit on here and talk that talk when you sitting at home, don't even have not one potential love interest, ain't dating nobody. I'm telling you right now, I failed. I did not stick to it. Like I said, we limped our way, but we're still blessed. God is love. We are still blessed, still loving. All right, I love you guys. I'm going to here to work out. That's Carrie Pope calling me on the other line. All right, blessings and abundance. Talk to you soon.
There you have it all. Hopefully, receive something positive from this video and that you're able to share a blessing with someone else by sending this post. Like this video, subscribe for notifications. Stay tuned for more entertaining content. Till next time, toodles.